Hi, I am here to introduce you to another core tool that we will be using in Changemakers at Work as we bring people along on their inner development journey. And this is a very exciting one. This is called the Inner Development Goals. The first ever Inner Development Summit is held in Stockholm, Sweden at the end of April. So these are new. They are fundamental in the work toward achieving the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And if you don't know much about the Sustainable Development Goals, think about every single global problem you possibly can imagine: hunger, inequality, disease, all the different forms of climate change, species extinction. Everything's out there. And the Inner Development Goals were developed in the last couple of years to identify what do we need to develop in ourselves in order to handle these large, complex, systemic issues, and to make sure that we're doing the work that we need to do in order to sustain human life on this planet in a way that is fair and equitable for all. So the inner development goals are things like they come in categories. They include a being category, relationship to self. In the being category, the IDGs are inner compass. We'll definitely talk a lot about inner compass, integrity and authenticity, openness and learning mindset, self-awareness and presence. So we're going to spend a lot of time understanding ourselves better through these IDGs, these really core competencies of change makers. Thinking is a set of cognitive skills, including critical thinking, complexity awareness, perspective skills, sense making, and long-term orientation and visioning, which like 97% of CEOs say that is one of their most important things that they need to do. And 96% of CEOs say it's the hardest thing for them to make time for. So we need to take time for the long view. And that's part of the thing that we're going to start to think more about in terms of the impact we want to have in our lives in the next 6, 12, 18 months. That's beyond just what our company is telling us that we want to do. Like, what's our role? What's our inner compass telling us? So really tapping into our own sense of vision of what's needed and our own wisdom, really. The relating skills are appreciation, connectedness, humility, and empathy and compassion. And we're starting here because our focus this month really is on becoming, the month of October is on becoming a community. So hopefully, if you join early, you're going to be doing this live with us. And if you're joining in later months, you'll be able to go back and learn about these competencies because everything will be recorded. And then collaborating, social skills, communication skills, co-creation skills, inclusive mindset and intercultural competence, trust and mobilization skills. And then the fifth category for the inner development goals is driving change. Change makers at work. How do we drive or enable or unleash change? I have a little bit of an opinion or an insight about the word driving change. And I think that actually we need to also bring in the more feminine aspects of enabling change. And we'll talk about that when we get to that particular group of inner development goals, which include courage, creativity, optimism, and perseverance. So all of these competencies are required by change makers. Absolutely. And we'll be better at some of them than others, but we will spend time developing all of them. If you want to learn more about inner development goals, on your own, you can go to innerdevelopmentgoals.org, and you'll see that there's some additional material there, but these are pretty new. So you're on the leading edge, and we're happy to help bring you there. Okay, have a wonderful day, and we will see you in the community.